Yes, I'm so thrilled that you found this video. I'm here to answer a couple of questions. What is the shamanic directions method and why is it so effective in helping people with their pain and life challenges? My name is Claire J. I am the author of 3 Sides of the Coin Coaching, The Secret Side of Coaching You Are Never Taught. And this book is really about simplifying quite a big esoteric subject. I'm also the founder of Shamanic Directions, and it is my gift to bring clarity and simplicity to quite challenging concepts. I have helped about 362 people personally over the last 3 years through this method, one-on-one coaching, and it's my privilege to pass safety to the next generation. That is my mission. That is the big why of Shamanic Directions, because when I feel safe, my heart opens. And from what I've noticed working with other people, when they feel safe, their heart is able to open as well. So safety is a big part of the why, rippling this work through humanity so that we are living in a safer world. Therefore, humans' hearts can open and we can finally leave things like war and conflict, miscommunication in the background. So I have done what I can on a one-on-one level with people. I have taught 50 practitioners last year. So if I helped 300 people, then hopefully those 50 practitioners can then help another 300 people. And the ripple of this will be sending out this heart-open community essence and safety on a wider scale. And most people that find this work are in awe of the knowing that this really is what the next generation needs. This really is what will change tomorrow, what will change the world, what will serve humanity. So it is a really big mission and heart-open community to be a part of. And I hope that that really resonates with your soul. So let me answer the first question. So what is the Shamanic Directions method? And it uses the 4 pillar archetypes of human consciousness. That's why it's relatable to every single being, no matter what personality you have. On top of that, our 4 pillar archetypes of collective unconscious are the same. And then we have different personality traits on top of that. So it's relatable human by human because these core 4 things are all the same no matter who you are. If you're a human being, this applies to you. And the Shamanic Directions method alchemizes each 4 of those. So it's like giving you a foundational knowledge of what the human experience is, therefore allowing you to drop into safety. The first archetype is our victim consciousness, and at times that being stuck in fear. And where are the thoughts that are stuck in fear and keeping us small and in our victim, and things are unfair, or I can't do this, or I'm not quite sure how to do this, and that essence of kind of being weak and the voice of I can't. So it's understanding actually how do you integrate and hold space for those parts of you and integrate that victim consciousness, right? It's not about anyone being broken, needing to fix them, making them bad or wrong. This is a part of our consciousness that we all have. How do we relate to it? How do we work with it, let's say? So it's about integrating the victim archetype. Step number 1, right? getting out of your victim, being in your power. Okay, what is keeping you from playing small? The next stage is to do with fears. How and what are we afraid of? And moving through and meeting things that scare us, acknowledging our fears, etc., and how to be with that again and hold space for it. So no matter what comes into our future, there is a method, there is a process and a way to alchemize it. I use tools called the self-healing cycle, 3 sides of the coin coaching, and emotional agility, right? So this is about understanding your emotions. Where are they trapped in fear? Has your body stored any trauma? And releasing that out of the mind, body, soul complex, because we need to shift on all levels for there to be effective results, right? Which is answering now question number 2. I'll get to that. The third part of our consciousness is about what's our purpose. So the third step of this shamanic directions process is 1, victim, 2, fears, 3, okay, what is my purpose? And expanding into more joy. What do you love to do? What brings you joy? What lights you up? Can you expand into more love and more joy and work with and find your purpose in life? Have your anchor. And then the 4th stage of this process is to do with self-worth and really finding that feeling in yourself of coming home. Where's your access to safety? Where's your access to your spiritual center? Where do you feel like you can trust your worth and really come home? So those are the 4 steps and 4 stages of the shamanic directions method. And this is based on the medicine wheel, the shamanic medicine wheel. So the south, the west, the north, the east, hence shamanic directions. And you alchemize each one of those sections for full and lasting transformation. So I have studied, I guess, various ancient threads of shamanism. Being English myself, I have studied Celtic, Norse, and Peruvian lineages, just to take wisdom and flavors from each one. And what I bring to the shamanic directions method is very much, how do I bring my own consciousness, my own alchemy with autoimmune disease, my own back break and shouldn't being able to walk? What are my stories and how do I feed into this? So I bring a lot of coaching and a lot of clarity to the medicine wheel. So even if you've done the medicine wheel perhaps with somebody else or a different practitioner, I very much bring clear practical tools and a clear method that you can use to work with your clients. So there is 3 sessions in the south that you would give your clients, 3 sessions in the west, 3 sessions in the north, 3 sessions in the east. And they get a workbook and exercises and a whole practice to go through this process. So to be a shamanic directions practitioner is a little bit different because it gives you a blueprint and a roadmap. I have simple, clear exercises. You teach your clients how to do the self-healing cycle. You teach them emotional agility. You teach them 3 sides of the coin coaching. So that is what they are paying for, is to have the tools to know what to do next time. So they will know what to do when life hits them, when there's a bump in the road, when something happens, when their heart closes. They'll be able to have the tools there to know what to do to open again. If that makes sense. So I have, even though I've learnt from the Keros and learnt from many shamanic lineages, I very much bring my own coaching flavor, all of my life experience and real practical tools that make sense that you can use to really, really get you results. And that's what I'm really proud of. Also, please listen to my testimonials from previous clients that have experienced my work, because they will tell you, I don't need to sing my own praises. They will tell you how easy this method is to use and how quickly it gets results. So let me tell you a bit about why it is so effective in helping people through their life challenges and getting them out of their pain. And the main point for me is that I work with an understanding that we are tripart beings. By that I mean thinking mind, body, and a soul. So we are all of those three energies. And if you were to do another holistic modality, maybe you just did talk therapy, maybe you just did some counseling for the mind, maybe it's just coaching for the mind and you're working very much in a mental space and you're just doing that separately. Or perhaps you've done some TRE, which is trauma release for the body. Perhaps you've done some embodiment. Perhaps you are doing some yoga or some breath work or something for the body. But usually in holistic methods, you don't do it at the same time as you're doing your coaching or your talk therapy. You do your talk therapy 1 week, and then maybe at another time in your life, you do some somatic work. Then maybe you would go have some Reiki a month later, let's see. And all of these modalities are separated, and we are working separately on each. And Reiki or any kind of crystal healing or spiritual healing for spirit. Now with shamanic directions, I take all of these three elements and we alchemize the three together in each session. If that makes sense. So you are having cognitive shifts for the mind with the self-healing cycle. You are also having somatic release at the same time. Once the mind shifts, then it wants to come out of the body at the same time. Somatic shifts for the body and spiritual energy healing for the soul. All three in one session. So it's a 3-for-1. This is why you have lasting transformations using the shamanic directions method. It is that powerful because it is 3 at once. That's what creates the wholeness, the shift, the alchemy of the story or the trauma or the past really can be freed in that moment. And I really hope that lands, that you think, yes, okay, my mind has shifted, because your mind and your body and your spirit are all working together in this 3-part being complex, and all three need to be honored when you are going through these shifts and these transformation. And then it's like every part of your being is on the same journey, and then you go, okay, yes, now my victim is really alchemized. Okay, yes, now I fully understand how to meet my fears. Okay, yes, all of me wants to expand into more joy. And then finally, yes, I can really trust myself because all three parts of you are working together simultaneously. So for lasting shifts, this method is extremely important because we do mind, body, soul all at once. That is what makes it different to any other holistic method out there. And I feel that is also what makes shamanic directions a very unique way of shamanically working, because I bring my 3 sides of the coin coaching, because I bring cognitive shifts for the mind. It's not just spiritual healing, it's not just somatic healing. I bring my very clear mental alchemy, how to work with thoughts, how to work with your stories, how do you know what you are thinking about, and how do you shift, how do you move your thoughts. A very clear way of how to be with your thoughts and how to alchemize limiting beliefs. And that is really allowing it to all be in this 100% fault-proof package. So perhaps you have had soul retrieval or some past life things with a shaman before. Just check in with yourself. Did I shift on all 3 levels for lasting results? Were I aware of my limiting beliefs? Did they add the coaching part into it? It's extremely important that we do all 3 levels simultaneously. So if you haven't experienced that, a shamanic directions practitioner is where you should go. Try this method. It really is ahead of its time. What the next generation really is bringing. And I feel like the next generation brings it because my daughter is my inspiration for me. And she really is the one that allowed me to drop in and think, I really want to gift her with something that she can take into the future. This is come from her consciousness through me. So for me, it really is a gift from the next generation. It is a gift from my baby daughter through me, because this is what she needs. This is what she has said the earth needs. This is what Spirit has said. This is now what's rippling through humanity. Heart, open humans, all with that sense and that feeling of coming home. Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for being on this journey with me. And I'm super happy that you have found your way to this gift. Yeah. It might look like it's coming from my mouth, but if you are there, it's your consciousness that's bringing it to you. Upichai.